This is the cheating in video games and tournaments iceberg. Before starting off the video, I'll make this real brief. This is my first iceberg and also a topic I've been wanting to make a video about in a long time, and figured that the perfect way to portray this would be an iceberg. This being said, it's also my first iceberg, so ranking wise there may be some entries that should probably be on different tiers, but those are few and far between. So without further delay, grab a snack, because this is the cheating in video games and tournaments iceberg. Cheat codes. So we're going to start off real simple here. Cheat codes are something that at its very earliest inclusion has been cited to 1983's ZX Spectrum game Manic Miner, and the code itself, 6031769, is a reference to the real-life license plate of one of the developers. And this cheat code essentially allowed the player to teleport to any cavern location within the game. One of the most popularized cheat codes, also known as the Konami code, originates from the NES port of 1985's arcade game Gradius, and was meant to be removed before the game released, but it was accidentally left within the game's code. This cheat code is notable for popularizing cheat codes as a whole, and many Konami titles have included a version of the Konami code. But the game to really make cheat codes popular was 1988's Contra, which bolstered the Konami code's popularity to a whole different level. Cheat Code Magazine. If you were born anytime between the 90s to early 2000s, you very well may have or have owned a video game cheating book at some point in your life. I remember all the way as far back as elementary school, during the book fair exhibits, they always had a gaming corner where you could find these books designed to give you cheat codes and tips and tricks in games that were popular at the time. And this is how cheat codes would spread before the mass adoption of the internet. All we had back then were books, word of mouth, and for those that did have internet access, game forums where these cheat codes would be spread out online. Game Genie. During the lifespan of the NES console, where video games were beginning to become popular again, a lot of laws had not yet been put in place and a lot of common practices were not yet established. One company, known as Codemasters, designed a pass-through device meant to alter game code in real time. This would then allow real-time modification of many games that were released within the era and allowed you to access unused portions of a game, manipulate the game code, and allowed you to perform various cheats. Nintendo attempted to sue Game Genie on basis of copyright infringement in 1992, citing that the Game Genie violated Nintendo's trademark. But Game Genie actually won, and they went on to continue to make and produce more of these Game Genie devices for other consoles as well. Action Replay and Game Shark. Action replays and Game Shark are more the same as Game Genies, but for newer generation consoles, which at the time would be the Nintendo 64, DS, PS2. Action replays are notable mostly due to the fact that they would always break down, especially on the DS. I remember owning one of these as a kid and experiencing these always breaking down every few months and needing to buy a new one every now and again. On Mario Kart specifically, it would allow me to play otherwise unused developer secret levels, and was how a lot of people got into cheating, since you could easily buy one of these in most stores like Walmart or GameStop for not that much money. Nowadays, a brand new inbox action replay will go for sometimes hundreds of dollars on eBay. Cheat Engine. Wrapping things up for Layer 1, Cheat Engine is mostly the same as described before, but for PC games and software. It was released all the way back in 2000, where cheating was used for single-player games and gave you new ways to experience your older titles. But nowadays, for most modern PC games, they can detect if Cheat Engine is running in the background, and attempting to run the software will lead to you getting flagged and banned in online player games. Cheat Engine is in this weird middle ground where it has many use cases for single-player games, and most people wouldn't really bat an eye if you had this on your PC. It still works to this day, but it's intended for single-player games and offline experiences. Layer 2. Anti-cheat. Congratulations, you've made it through the first layer. Now that the most basic of basics are out of the way, let's continue to more online experiences. Before continuing, you do need some prior context though. Before online gaming had a massive boom, cheating didn't really have a negative connotation. Back then, no one really batted an eye if you used a cheat code for unlimited lives or infinite jumps. After all, it is an offline game, you really aren't affecting other people's experience, so no one really cared. In modern day, the older version of cheating from back then in single-player games can now kind of be reconsidered as modding. Modding is still very much alive and well, from newer titles like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero letting you use custom characters, to Marvel Rivals letting you change the appearance of your character. While this is still modifying the game's code, it's not really seen as an unfair advantage. But as gaming developed, people found ways to gain an edge in live experiences, and games needed to adapt. So to prevent PvP experiences from getting flooded with hackers and cheaters, games created what's called an anti-cheat. This anti-cheat would detect when game's code is attempting to be modified and ban any player disrupting an online session, or any player who is aimbotting, ESP cheating, or otherwise having an unfair competitive advantage. This is essentially a protective layer to make sure everyone is on equal footing so that PvP and online games can stay competitive. With that being said, he's hacking. He's hacking refers to a term usually in an online voice chat to accuse someone of cheating. In many cases, the person being accused of is cheating. In other cases, they probably aren't. I've been accused of cheating, and if you really enjoy games to dedicate some time into it, you probably have also been accused of cheating at least at one point in your life. Pay to win. Pay to win consists of an item you can purchase in-game for real money that will give you a boost or direct competitive advantage. In most online games, this consists of a cosmetic that can make it hard for you to be seen by your opponents and changing the tides of an engagement. Some recent examples come from Call of Duty Warzone, who has recently come under fire for including skins that can be hard to see in shadows, blend in with the environment, and while not directly cheating, can be considered a cheese mechanic depending on how hard it is to see. Warzone being one of the worst offenders. In 2020, a skin known as Rose came under some flack for being a skin every competitive player used due to it being so difficult to see in dark areas and shadows. In 2022, a skin which could be purchased for real money was sold, dapping an operator in all black. It was later nerfed to add red highlights due to being so difficult to see. In 2022, once more, a skin in Modern Warfare 2's $30 premium battle pass was sold known as Gaia. This took things even further by allowing players to see through your enemy environments, and it blended in so well that it had to be removed from the game just a few short months later on Modern Warfare 3's integration with Call of Duty Warzone. And finally, in 2024, a $20 bundle known as the Terminator was released, having the same transparent visibility issue. Tournaments. Tournaments refer to cheating within tournaments. This is something that, despite how silly it may be, more and more people are continuing to keep trying to cheat within tournaments. Online, it may be one thing behind the comfort of your own home, but cheating in a live environment with thousands of people watching and spectators seeing every single thing you do is something really hard to pull off. So hard to pull off that as soon as one person does notice you are cheating, you're essentially banned from competing for life. The reason for people doing this is a monetary incentive, including prize winnings on the line. So it's no wonder that people try to get so far only to be humiliated on the big stage. Content creators. More of the same reason, with the advent of esports growing bigger and bigger, so is content for games many people enjoy. But one easy way to start them is to simply cheat your way to the top. Many people resort to cheating to make people think they are good professional grade players, and due to the ease of being able to edit anything you want out of any video, you can simply just delete the evidence yourself. Not all content creators are cheaters, but the legitimacy of some may come into question. Leaderboards. This one is pretty simple. It involves using a cheating software to move yourself to the top of the leaderboards in any given game. I'm not really sure why this one is so popular, since a lot of people can tell when an achievement is fake. I remember in Sonic games, I would always be so surprised to see someone having a 0.1 second run in a stage, and then I found out just how easily it is for leaderboards to be glitched, staged, hacked, etc. Epic Games. Epic Games is the publisher and developer of the hit game Fortnite. After wondering why this is here, well, it's because of the stance the company has taken to publicly shame hackers and cheaters. Going so far as to directly sue anyone cheating sent a message that hackers are not welcome within their game. They even went so far to sue a 14-year-old who was selling cheats for their game of upwards of $150,000 in damages. Cheat providers. Concluding the final entry in this layer, cheat providers refer to developers of cheat software that release software designed to allow you to cheat. Due to live service games constantly updating to counter these cheats, many cheat providers have cost and associated fees to keep themselves afloat, and as you saw in the last entry, can make upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Wall hacks. Wall hacks refer to a type of cheat in online games that allow you to see enemies through walls. This usually leads to shots that would otherwise be impossible. Lag switch. Still popular to this day, this is a method of directly attacking your enemies, just not in-game. This is essentially sending traffic to your opponent's team's console or PC, forcing them to lag in-game so that the game is unplayable, allowing you to get an easy win. Macro. Macroing refers to the automation of certain tasks. Depending on the game, it can be seen as a cheat, sometimes not so much. If you macro in a single player game, not many people would care. However, games with anti-cheat can pick up on this automation and ban you for using such software. USB. In the 6th generation of consoles, as gaming became more popular, hackers needed a way to load cheats onto their console. In games like Call of Duty, this would be universally known as USB cheats. Cheats that could be loaded and played directly off a custom USB, or sometimes just a regular USB flash drive. The most notable example of this is 2006 Call of Duty World at War, where many custom zombies lobbies were known primarily as USB zombie lobbies. Server crashing. This originally wasn't in the script, but as this actually happened to me just a short while ago, I decided to put it in. It's when a cheater directly uses his hacks to kill the entire server and prevent people from playing, or disconnecting a specific user from the lobby via crashing their game or connection to said game. In my case, I was disconnected from the game after killing a hacker on Warzone. Stream sniping. More and more people online are trying to make a name for themselves by streaming games online. This is something relatively common these days, but due to how common this is and the nature of online games, this is something that cheaters can abuse. Most notably, many people can connect or attempt to connect to the same server a streamer is streaming in order to kill and grief them. This is usually to troll them. Other times, it's also simply just to get a reaction to make the streamer angry, because you have a live location of the streamer at all times, and many people can go and target said streamer. Unlock tools. And finally, rounding out the third layer, we have unlock tools. Unlock tools will unlock everything in the game as soon as you start playing, straight from level 1. Many hackers use this to access content otherwise beyond their current level, to gain achievements such as mastery camos without actually unlocking or putting the time and effort to unlock said mastery camos. They also use this to use cosmetics they didn't pay for, and the issue with this is in many live service games, even if you don't intend to harm others' online experiences, the direct injection of game code and modifying said code is enough to get you banned, even if it is just to get some free cosmetics. Furthermore, many cheat providers provide a all-in-one tool that injects other cheats such as aimbot or wall hacks alongside the unlock tool. So you'd probably get banned regardless of the intention. Layer 4. Fake cheats / script kid. This layer refers to a online series where YouTuber Script Kid created fake cheating software for the game Counter-Strike Global Offensive. This would do the exact opposite, where instead of helping someone cheat their way to victory, it would tamper with their game to make them lose. Additionally, it would also send a replay file of the match to Script Kid himself to see if the cheaters would rage quit or have some sort of funny reaction. Me describing this isn't doing it any justice. It's a really good series, and once you're done with this video, you should definitely check him out. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description box below. Clara. This is a classic. This is probably one of my all-time favorite cheaters, and one of the most infamous examples in this video. Clara refers to a streamer who live streamed herself using cheats in CSGO. She obviously didn't mean to expose her cheating, but once you're caught, there's no going back. At first, she tries to play it off as a glitch that lets you see the enemy's rank through walls. However, shortly after getting clipped with her cheats being exposed on stream, she tries to blame it on her friend Clara. She insisted that she's innocent and that Clara is the true culprit and the one to blame. There's only so many times you can keep making excuses, and this clip is best described as a generational video. Everything about it is just so perfect, and she got what she deserved by being banned later on that day.
Yo, you guys, do you guys ever get that, that weird glitch in CSGO where it shows your rank, that it shows everyone's rank? Because my game, I played the other day with Rock, and he got that, and now I have it. Wait, what the fuck? Clara! Hold on, Clara, give me 1 second.
Console can't cheat. This entry refers to a widely agreed on sentiment that due to consoles being so closed off and limited in their operating system that it's impossible to cheat on, otherwise making it a safe haven from cheaters. Well, that is something that would be nice, but as cheats get more and more advanced, even in online gaming, this is just not true. AI cheat developers are starting to target consoles and making AI aimbot software that will work on console. Even Ubisoft had a recently big ban wave for cheaters that specifically targeted console players. While this is something that would be nice, as the landscape continues, this sentiment is just not true. Billy Mitchell. Oh, Billy Mitchell, where to begin with you? This entry refers to the record holder, Billy Mitchell, who held the high score on Donkey Kong. This is widely disputed, mainly because it was concluded that Mitchell did not use original authentic hardware and was instead playing on a MAME cabinet which allows for cheats to be ran on. This puts his whole legitimacy into question, especially because when submitting these scores, it was submitted to Twin Galaxies, the founder of Twin Galaxies, who just so happens to be good friends with Billy Mitchell. It's allegedly believed that Mitchell had faked his runs and scores using non-authentic hardware, and that his scores are fake, but for legal reasons, I'm stating that I have no opinion one way or the other. The main reason behind this is because Billy Mitchell is also the type of person who threatens lawsuits to anyone that criticizes him, so much so that there is currently an active lawsuit between him and Carl Jotz. Carl Jotz has a very well documented series on Billy Mitchell showing all the proof of his score being inauthentic and is definitely worth your time. Once again, I'll leave that in the description box below. Destroyer 2009. I previously talked about cheating to win in tournaments, but what happens when you're a pro player with thousands upon thousands of hours of practice and suddenly you're caught cheating despite never downloading any cheats? Well, that's just what happened to two pro players in an Apex Legends ALGS tournament when two pro players' accounts were hacked live and had cheating software injected into their game.
Can we shoot height? Can we shoot height?
Yeah, shoot now.
I'm cheating. I'm fucking shit. I got aimbot. I have aimbot.
Oh no.
You gotta
leave the game. You gotta leave the game, bro. You
Back
gotta
out,
leave
bro.
the game.
The door's blocked. Tick, break it.
Break it.
I have aimbot right now. I literally have aimbot.
Leave the game.
What if I just don't shoot?
It was later concluded that the two pro players Gen Burton and TSM Imperial Hall were in fact not trying to cheat intentionally, but rather that there was a breach of their accounts and or PC. Remind you, this is all happening live. Destroyer 2009's methods are still unknown to this day. His name in the Apex community has become a bit of a legend, at first just cheating, and then becoming one of the highest ranked players via being able to spawn in bots in ranked lobbies. After this, he was then discovered to have found a method to utilize aimbot on console, yes, on console, and later took things one step further by stream sniping a player and spawning a horde of bots to follow said streamer around, terrorizing his lobby. In one last show, while it was unconfirmed, it's widely believed that Destroyer 2009, or another hacker with the same abilities as Destroyer, gifted Apex streamer Monday upwards of 4,000 Apex packs, which roughly translates to $4,000 worth of Apex loot boxes. If this was Destroyer himself, it just goes to show how exploitable the game really is. Microsoft points. This is a older one, but a classic regardless. Microsoft Points is a currency used in the early Xbox 360 marketplace days. It's essentially a Xbox gift card. You can basically expect it to work something like this. A hacker would hack public lobbies advertising his services. This would consist of max level, granting you all camos, and unlocking every single gun and calling card in the game, all done in a singular lobby. He would only do this if you gave him a $20 gift card though. Once you gave him the gift card, he would invite you to a private lobby and upgrade your account. As newer games release, this slowly died out and isn't really a thing anymore, at least not via lobbies. Dream Minecraft. Dream is a Minecraft YouTuber and speedrunner which had submitted a speedrun of the game to speedrun.com. This run was so good that it caused a lot of eyebrows to be raised, questioning the legitimacy of the run. There was a lot of controversy at the time due to the sheer probability of his near perfect run being a little bit too suspicious. A mathematician was even hired and concluded that his run was a 1 in 7.5 trillion% run. Instead of admitting guilt, Dream insisted that his run was legitimate, however. After a lot of back and forth, however, Dream eventually did admit that his run was in fact cheated, claiming he didn't know that he had mods installed, citing he and his team had discovered that mods installed in version 1.15 had carried over into version 1.16, the version used for his run, which then caused high drop rates of key items used within the run. Zombies World Record. Pro Syndicate is a YouTuber and previously held the world record of round 115 in the Black Ops 1 Zombies map Kino der Toten. At the time, this record was a unheard of precedent. It was simply an achievement that had never been done before. Not only that, but during the upload time, this bolstered his popularity as a zombies YouTuber. Years later, however, this run is highly regarded as a fake run due to various inconsistencies within his gameplay. Most notable is the fact that his run is spliced. He claims his game is legit, but it uses footages from two separate instances and is in fact not the same game. No matter how legitimate he wants to claim his run is, there is just no possible way to gain 3 revives in a game without the quick revive machine disappearing. This is just simply not possible and is a core staple in zombies gameplay. Once you get that 3rd quick revive, the machine goes away. In Syndicate's run, this was simply just not the case and the machine is still there, indicating that his run is fake. Syndicate later went on to pursue bigger and better things in life, such as hosting a CSGO gambling site with rigged percentages, advertising it to his following without letting people know that he is in fact the owner, and just acting like he happened to find the website without letting people know. Moving on. Word.exe. Another classic. Word.exe refers to Optic India's disqualification from the pro scene when player Forsaken had installed cheats onto his PC. Mind you, this was done at a live tournament event. Forsaken did attempt to hide this cheat via renaming the program Word.exe, trying to mask it as Microsoft Office's hit writing software, Microsoft Word. This disqualified Optic India's entry into the esports scene forever and is one of the most known instances of tournament cheating done during a LAN event. Layer 5. Speedrunning Frame Splice. This entry refers to a method in which speedrun cheaters remove frames of their gameplay to cut down on their time ever so slightly, little by little, bit by bit. As speedrunning's main goal is to get from point A to point B as soon as possible, people eventually realize they can just splice their footage and cut certain parts out to shorten their time. This, however, now leads to runs getting disqualified from submission to speedrun.com. DMA. DMA, otherwise known as Direct Memory Access, is a new type of cheating hardware that overlays cheats onto a second monitor, essentially being a middleman so that your main PC doesn't get banned, but still dumping the game's memory to an external piece of hardware. This allows cheaters to load hacks and not get caught. As more and more cheat software becomes detected, DMA is a form of protection from getting banned and can easily be bought on Amazon. This has led to a lot of controversy due to how hard these types of cheats are to detect. DS4. DS4 is a software that allows you to use a DualShock 4 controller on PC. This software was meant to be used in an era where DualShock 4 controllers weren't really supported on PC at the time, at least not natively on most games. This software in itself isn't cheating, but due to it being open source, a lot of custom versions of the software have been popping up, which will boost and send commands to the controller. Usually these come in the form of extra aim assist, anti-recoil, controller macros, and sticky aim assist, giving you a slight one-up on your opponents. Counter-Strike Coach Bug. Counter-Strike Coach Bug was a bug that has now been patched in CSGO that allowed team coaches to see parts of the map you normally would not be able to see otherwise and gather information on the enemy team. The coaches would then report this information back to the team, giving them an advantage during a tournament. An investigation was done and a conclusion was made that led to 37 coaches being banned from the Pro League. Team Fortress 2 bots. Team Fortress 2 bots refer to a series of bots infiltrating the game Team Fortress 2. These bots are blatant, going so far as to constantly 360 headshot snipe, wiping out lobbies. In a series of attempts to get back and fight the bots, there was a series of anti-bots whose purpose was to go in-game and kill the cheating bots. As this kept going on, it progressively got worse and worse, with the game constantly being flooded with bots going back and forth, leading to the game progressively becoming more and more dead. Match fixing throw. Match fixing throws refer to a coordinated effort for someone to throw a game and feed kills, usually to a certain player, in order for him to gain wins easier. Feeding kills to a friend is nothing new and has been around for a long time. However, as tournaments and monetary incentive became more prevalent in gaming, the need to boost for easy wins became more common once money started being put on the line. TikTok Live. As live streaming became more popular, the need to become a top streamer became more and more lucrative to a lot of people. One way to gain the system was for live streamers on TikTok to rage bait by live streaming themselves cheating in-game. Unlike Twitch, who enforces their no cheating policy, TikTok doesn't really care all that much, allowing cheaters to stream themselves. On top of this, they would usually also have a like or donation goal set up that would tell viewers that they would end the stream once their goal was hit. Once the goal was achieved and the threshold was met, the goal would usually be extended or the stream would then end, only to be started up again, repeating the cycle over and over again. Marvel Rivals. As the line between cheats and mods become more and more blurrable, particularly in modern gaming, we have an entry that is considered a hack by the Marvel Rival devs, but mostly doesn't give players a competitive advantage. This involves modifying the game's internal files to allow you to use custom character models and an online experience on Marvel Rivals. This is mostly purely cosmetic and there's tons of characters already released, though do keep in mind that developers and NetEase consider this cheating and you could face a ban for such actions. One of the biggest mods and most notorious within Marvel Rivals is giving the player Venom a massive cock. Layer 6. We are nearing the end, only 2 more layers to go. Starting off, this layer is a classic which involves a H1Z1 developer accidentally cheating. An H1Z1 developer went live to play the game he put so much time and soul into, when suddenly upon killing a player, the player exclaims, "You're cheating." The dev then realizes that he had left invincibility mode on from a previous testing session and went into a live public session accidentally killing players and not realizing it.
What's happening?
Why are you cheating? Really, dude? You're cheating?
A dev
on
fucking
your own
cheating.
game?
Wait, can you not see him?
You can't see me?
Yeah. Oh, he is, I mean.
Oh my god, am I hidden?
Yeah, cheating.
We can't see you. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Cheating? Are you serious? Or glitching? What is
Oh, I see him.
Can
now.
you guys hear me? See me?
Now we see you.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Yeah, you deserve that kill. Thank you.
That's not fair.
I'm sorry, my guys.
What happened? These hands.
Oh my god.
No.
I'm so sorry, guys.
This clip is pretty infamous for the dev actually sounding genuinely apologetic towards the players, as it's not something he meant to do, and immediately threw the game, allowing the team he encountered to kill him. Ring of Elysium. Ring of Elysium is a now discontinued battle royale title developed by Aurora Studio, and by far my favorite PUBG alternative. The game had a lot of unique movement mechanics setting it apart from PUBG. However, the dwindling player base, growth of Fortnite and other battle royale titles, as well as the rampant cheating, led to more and more players leaving the game. This spot serves as a farewell to Ring of Elysium, and a farewell to the $15 I had put on this game. False ban. False bans are a series of unjust bans in video games. Sometimes people are just so good at the game that spam reporting can lead to an improper review that leads to players getting banned. Other times you can get banned for having a software that triggers the anti-cheat even though it's not a cheat. Back in the day, simply having the Logitech mouse G-Hub software was causing a lot of players to get banned from Overwatch, and more recently Delta Force. AMD recently introduced a anti-lag feature to its GPUs and an update about a year ago, and this feature triggered the Steam anti-cheat for players running Counter-Strike 2. A massive amount of players were banned due to the driver update, even though they weren't actually cheating. A massive amount of players were banned due to the driver update, even though they weren't actually cheating.
It's massive. And you know what else is massive?
H1Z1 apology video. Back in the day in H1Z1, if you came clean as a previous cheater, you had a chance to get your account unbanned. These chances were slim, but the devs were willing to hear you out. This resulted in a massive amount of people posting themselves, sometimes even crying, stating that they didn't mean to cheat and that it was an honest mistake. To this day, even if you search H1Z1 apology on YouTube, you can see a pretty massive amount of videos uploaded which consist of cheaters giving their hearts out on why they should be unbanned. FaZe Jarvis. FaZe Jarvis was a previous FaZe member who one day decided, hey, why not download cheats and show it off to the world? And that he did. In 2019, he uploaded a video of himself using a aimbot software that he downloaded and went into public matches with. He then uploaded the video onto his channel, and his main account was promptly banned. Afterwards, he made a new account, which was also then banned.
But just so you guys know I do, this is what happens. Look, aimbot FOV, aimbot FOV, like I don't know what half this stuff means, but it's actually about to be lit. We're about to pop off. I actually just thought of a cool video. If you guys want to see me go into aimbot and like duel, that's a legit aim.
Jarvis, aimbot on Fortnite, man.
Yeah, they've given me aimbot, bro.
They've actually given you aimbot, Jarvis. What?
I got aimbot.
Look at this. Look at this.
This is fair. No, an AK.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what?
He used a new device, and that account was, as well, also banned. Epic was making a statement that no matter what he does, he can no longer play Fortnite, and any attempt to come back to the game would result in a ban. This then led to an apology video where he cried pretty much throughout the entire video. However, finally, after years, Epic eventually unbanned him last year. Elm Zero. Elm Zero is a cheater in Apex Legends who was caught using aimbot software live on stream. This was during a period of time where cheating as a pro wasn't really all that common, and up until this point he did have a lot of valor to his name. That was until he decided to livestream himself using cheats, which led to him promptly getting banned.
The name of the game, brother. Oh shit, I exposed. You're separated from me. One knock.
Enemy down.
Other one.
Captain Baldy. Captain Baldy was a Warzone streamer who was adamant and dismissive of anyone accusing him of cheating. Time and time again, he called his accusers simply bad players. Well, one viewer challenged him and asked him to Control-Alt-Delete in order to show the task manager process within Windows, which would surely show his innocence and clear his name. Well, this was actually a hot bind to display cheats in many cheating programs. His viewers had tricked him into showing his cheats in real time, his friends even laughing it off, saying that it was over for him. And like that, his streaming career had come to an end.
Task manager? Yo, they want my task manager? Hold up. Oh wait, I gotta close my whole game for that now.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Nah, Control-Alt-Delete.
Control-Alt-Delete?
Wait, but do you have it on window? Nah, Control-Alt-Delete task manager. Put it up, throw it up.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's over. It's over.
Mario 64 blind speedrun. This is an entry which refers to a obviously fake Super Mario 64 blindfolded speedrun. This pretty much involves a streamer using a blindfold to complete the game Super Mario 64 while blind. This blindfold being a pretty transparent piece of cloth that's easy to see through while trying to pass it off as a genuine blind run. The streamer in question did eventually admit that his run was indeed fake and was just for fun. Nadia. Nadia is a Call of Duty streamer who is a very accused player due to her seemingly pro levels of performance at home. However, upon playing at a live event where she was invited by the game's developers, she performed at a completely different level, seemingly about the same as a new player who had never played the Call of Duty franchise before. As people looked deeper into her gameplay, a lot more suspicious clips had begun to come out. One clip claiming to be definitive proof of aimbot. Nadia was once questioned on this clip asking if she could explain or shed some light onto what's happening here, to which all she can say was, quote, "I can't explain that." Nadia is now notable these days for trying to fake pooping in a pool for some reason. Layer 7. AI cheats. Cheating on console nowadays is becoming more and more common, and the crux of this relies on AI. There is a new type of cheating software releasing that relies on AI to adjust your mouse or controller movement to lock onto targets, not via direct software, but by taking a live feed of the gameplay and adjusting itself in real time. This is done through streaming your console to your PC or phone via PlayStation's Remote Play or Xbox Cloud. And because the actual console itself isn't being modified or tampered with, all the console sees on the receiving end through your game is normal controller input. But in reality, AI is doing the aiming work for you. Online wagers are especially difficult due to these AI cheats, and because it runs off console, it is incredibly difficult to detect. Divinity. This entry refers to a cheater who streams himself on Call of Duty, who up until being caught made a whopping $70,000 in tournament winnings. Divinity was streaming the newest Call of Duty at the time, Modern Warfare 3, the reboot, not the 2011 one. And you can see his wall hacks had triggered past the OBS filter, this being something he didn't intend on showing the stream. But OBS saving the day once more, it glitches out and shows how much of a cheater he really is.
Planting at Alpha. 10 seconds.
Let's go! Let's go! 78! 78! Oh my fucking god! Can I show titties on stream?
Divinity claims that he didn't cheat up until yesterday, and that he only downloaded the cheats because everyone else was doing it too. But you can only guess at this point how much of the $70,000 is legitimate, if any at all. Even in the clip where he had gotten caught, he had made $80 just that day, not including Twitch revenue or donations, just pure tournament winnings. Nothing more to really say on Divinity except he was twerking while getting caught cheating for some reason. Yeah, moving on. To boxing. Most modern online video games have some form of SBMM or skill-based matchmaking. Fortnite has it, The Finals has it, Warzone and Call of Duty have it. I think Marvel Rivals has it in some form. Basically, this is a safety net for new and bad players so that a esports sweat doesn't get matched with a person that's never touched the game before, allowing everyone to have fun. Except for the sweats who are put up against other sweats, they don't really have fun. And due to just how tight the matchmaking can be, many times the game will just straight up put you in lobbies against other unbanned cheaters. But what happens when you break this algorithm? Well, that's exactly what two-boxing is. Basically, this is a form of cheating that involves buying a second copy of your game, a second console, yes, an entirely new console, and do purposely bad to reverse boost a brand new account. This will put you in absolute baby lobbies. Once you queue for a game and a match is found, invite your main account and then leave on the dummy account, and congratulations, you now have very, very easy lobbies. This is seen as cheating for many reasons. Most notably on Warzone, these are the types of lobbies content creators use to get high kill games. These are the lobbies that Twitch streamers use, and with such content becoming easy to make, more and more people are joining in on the trend. Growing channels from nothing to something, all for ad revenue. These lobbies are notable because most players in these lobbies just don't know how to play or can't even shoot back. This is how many world record holders in Call of Duty Warzone actually have their own world records, because they're being connected to absolute baby lobbies. FrankoR6. FrankoR6 was a Twitch streamer who was caught live on stream with wall hacks on Siege. This clip is notable for him boasting to the enemy team that he insists he was clean. The opposing team ended up asking him to show his OBS, which ended up glitching out and exposing his cheats live for all to see.
You're cheating. Está rocheando. Rushing, guys. Yeah. What? There you go, that's him. What?
Chess Niemann. Alright, sit down for this one because this one is absolutely wild. Chess Niemann, otherwise known as Hans Niemann, is an American chess grandmaster and Twitch streamer. During said grandmaster tournament, his opponent claims he heard a vibrating noise coming from Niemann throughout the game. After Niemann's victory, he was later then accused of sticking a... okay, how do I say this in YouTube terms? Niemann was accused of sticking a funny vibrating motor-based toy device up his rectal cavity, which was then controlled by a third party, sending Niemann encoded patterns, allowing him to cheat and win the game unfairly. This chess game is so serious that a lawsuit was likely at one point, but later got thrown out. This goes up as the craziest potential cheating scandal in all of chess. Elon Musk. And finishing this layer of the iceberg is Elon Musk. Musk has previously gone on to boast about how much of a gamer he is, showing off to the world his grand achievements of being a top 150 player in Diablo 4, a task that would require dedication, tons of it no less. But not just that, Elon Musk is a top 150 player in not just one, but 2 games? Yeah, he later admitted he paid people to boost his account for him. Elon paid people to boost his Diablo 4 character to endgame top global, and did it again with another game called Path of Exile 2. I'm not really sure what the point of all this was, if he was just going to admit that he cheated in the end, but moving on. Now we're reaching the absolute endgame. This is it. From here on out, this is the absolute deepest layer. Fall Guys. You might be wondering, well, Fall Guys of all games is here, but this is due to the sheer nature of cheats within Fall Guys. You see, within Fall Guys, a lot of the challenge comes from reaching point A to point B, racing against other players throughout the obstacle course. Although you can grief players, you can't really kill them. It's only a race to see who's first. This makes it insanely difficult for regular players to compete. Due to the nature of gameplay itself, at least with other games you might have a fighting chance if you're a skilled player, if you're going up against a cheater, but in Fall Guys there's absolutely nothing you can do. This plagued the game when it blew up, and to this day, if you run across a cheater, you might as well just leave and try to search for a new lobby or play a different game entirely. Epic Games has sorted this a little bit by identifying cheaters and putting them to play against each other. So when the cheaters try to teleport at the end of the map, they just collide with each other and no one can be deemed the winner. It's all just a waste of time, really. And if you think about it, Fall Guys is the worst experience to be cheated on in any game because there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Valorant Anti-Cheat. Not all anti-cheats are perfect, but Valorant has one of the toughest on the market. Its anti-cheat is so invasive and goes to your PC at a kernel level, actively searching for active cheats during any online given match. On top of this, if a cheater is detected, it will automatically cancel the entire match and give victory to the opposing team, as well as cancel any SR gains for the match, ensuring legitimate players aren't punished for a cheater's wrongdoing. Invasive as it may be, Valorant's anti-cheat is one of the toughest on the market and one of the most difficult to target against due to their ongoing stance against cheaters. Spacebar. Continuing the trend with Valorant, Spacebar refers to a cheater who in his gameplay was found to not even be pressing the shoot button to kill his opponents. This streamer, who was Radiant, one of the highest ranks within the game, was banned live. At first, he was sure his ban was false, but Valorant stayed within their decision and was certain that he was indeed a legitimate cheater. On being questioned on why he wasn't physically pressing the shoot button to kill his enemies, despite still getting kills, all he simply stated was, "I shoot with my spacebar."
The fuck? What? Really, dude? They're so scared.
Bomb behind you.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
They're so scared.
Bomb behind you.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
VAC ban at a live tournament. This entry refers to a player who was banned live at a LAN tournament via the Valve Anti-Cheat. Emilio was a CSGO player who was participating in a tournament against Team Hellraisers. However, unfortunately for his team, Emilio was banned live for all to see. This is different from being caught cheating from the tournament organizers, as Emilio was banned by Valve themselves, the direct provider for Steam, ensuring that 100% without a doubt he was in fact cheating. What's worse is that Emilio's actions caused his team to pay the consequences, and they were immediately disqualified. And to top everything off, you have the live set of commentators providing their thoughts during the tournament itself, all for a live audience to see.
With the AWP, he's out in the Russian wilderness just sniping.
Did Emilio just get VAC banned?
What? 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 No way. That's not that.
We'll assume that that's like some sort of error for now until we get any other confirmation. That is pretty funny. I've been casting Global Offensive for a while.
This is a first.
But yeah, that's a first.
No way. That can't possibly be true.
Spitfire said, let's not jump to any conclusions because that system is not flawless, although it's, you know, we'll see.
Schmooey. Schmooey was regarded as one of the best, if not the best, professional Guitar Hero player in the world, being able to land perfect combos and full charts in the most difficult of songs. However, some people started putting the pieces together. They noticed that his lineups weren't matching the song itself, and it got so bad that straight up some of the notes he was strumming on the guitar weren't even matching with what was on the game itself. And this is because he was playing a slowed down version of the song in-game, recording that footage, speeding it up to act as if it were being played in real time, and then playing that footage back on stream through a video player. On top of this, his footage was spliced and didn't give a proper lineup of said notes. By this point, the game was over and Schmooey was caught red-handed as a cheater. Kquid. This next entry is one of the most notable examples in Fortnite because of the blatantness of it all. Kquid was a Fortnite streamer who participated in Cash Cups while using cheating software. Quid was banned live for all to see, but at first insisted that a family member had simply logged in on another device, simply signing him out of his game. He then proceeded to try signing back in and was met with a message stating that he was banned permanently from the game. Quid was sure that this was a mistake and ended the stream saying he'll return when he's unbanned. This unban, however, never came to be. Viewers started looking at his previous streams, and you could straight up see on his desktop where the files necessary to give aim assist to mouse and keyboard. The cheating programs require these files in order to work. Kquid was caught cheating in Season 9 confirmed. When questioned about cheating, he denies ever cheating at all, telling people he's never cheated, despite being proven otherwise. And finally, for the cherry on top, once all else failed, he cried and begged on Twitter to Epic Games begging to be unbanned. Splat. Splat is a form of anti-cheat being used in Warzone. It's essentially a form of trolling cheaters before giving them the boot. When a cheater tries to exit the plane at the start of the game, they will dive at full speed to the ground, splatting themselves. It also does other things like giving cheaters fake bodies that only cheating players can see to ensure that they are indeed cheating. If a cheating player is caught shooting one of these bodies, the devs will immediately know that yes, this is a cheater. Splat also makes legitimate players invincible. On top of that, it can also take away the guns from the cheaters, making them very vulnerable. And then finally, the cheater will be banned. I have some gameplay courtesy of Hunter TV of a cheater being splatted in real time before being banned, and I'll have a link to the full video in the description box below.
In a previous video, I eliminated a TikTok streamer that was rage cheating so bad.
You guys are not good. You guys are not good. I'm not even mad. If I had a full team, I'd push one guy too.
For the past 2 months, his TikTok streams kept popping up, and he was still rage hacking with no problems. I sent his TikTok stream to a Call of Duty developer, and the dev trolled the cheater in so many ways. He made players invisible and lagged his game.
What was that lag? What just happened? Bro, what was that? That was crazy.
He slammed him into the ground when he respawned.
I just glitched. Whoa! No way. What was that? What is that? I don't know what just happened. That's actually insane.
He took away his ability to use a gun.
What just happened? I don't know. What is this? Bro, what is this? Maybe Area 99's where it's at?
He slammed them into the ground again.
Bro, I think I might be bugged or something. No, I gotta go back to Steam after this. This Game Pass is not it. Steam updates regularly every Tuesday. Someone told me that. Couldn't even play my account. I just kept saying something error, something error. So I had to make a whole new Game Pass account to hop on.
Then he banned him.
Classes with some art. Oh, wow. Alright, let's see if I'm still bugging or not. It says something weird.
Then this guy just hops on another account because he's just so addicted to cheating.
Money drops. In light of making things a little more lighthearted, money drops are mostly seen as a positive by most GTA 5 players. You see, the economy in GTA Online is extremely inflated. You need to grind sometimes hours worth of missions just to be able to afford a few high-end cars, which is why sometimes nice hackers can spawn in money drops to give to players in the lobby. This was really common in the PS3 and early PS4 days of GTA Online. And comparing the price of shark cards versus the amount of money you would get from a hacker if you simply gave him $20, it was a no-brainer. Everyone in this era knew a guy that could give you and your friend money drops in GTA Online. And once you'd get the money drops, it would make your online experience just way more enjoyable. BBB. Better Business Bureau refers to complaining to the Better Business Bureau in order to get your account unbanned. Sometimes this works, sometimes this doesn't. It really depends on the game and company you did this to, and most examples come from Call of Duty. Players report that they got their account hacked or banned, and it would later be restored by complaining to the BBB. This means that hackers can come back on their main accounts simply by filing a complaint to the BBB and a strongly worded email. And here we are, the very end of the video. Saving the best for last is the wiggle. If you have heard of this term, the wiggle, you are most likely familiar with Escape from Tarkov. the realistic extraction shooter made by Battlestate Games. Tarkov is a brutally difficult game on its own with the damage system, ballistics, and scavs sometimes having near-perfect aimbot. However, the other element that makes this game difficult is the massive cheating problem that has plagued the game since release. About 2 years ago, YouTuber Goat released a video called The Wiggle That Killed Tarkov. In this video, he downloaded cheats to find other cheaters in his lobby. The wiggle involves leaning your character left and right, counter-strafing to identify yourself as a friendly hacker. Due to hackers being able to see through walls, they would look at each other's general direction and begin to wiggle to identify themselves as a friendly hacker. They would then go their separate ways and leave each other alone, letting the other player leave the extraction zone. This built a community within the hackers that would target primarily non-cheating players, and is one of the biggest reasons why Tarkov is unplayable to this day.
He gets the kill, of course. Let's see if he'll respond to the wiggle. Looks my way. And wiggle confirmation. I got my Nefo. Peace, peace. I was just saying peace. Nice kill.
I don't know why I told him nice kill.
Yeah. You got that guy with like that guy earlier. What was his KD? Oh shit. I'm always trying to get them to verbally confirm that they're cheating.
Huh?
What was that other guy's? That guy was raging, the other guy, right?
It was like 15, bro.
Dude. Yeah.
And you've reached the end of the video. If you've reached the end, I'm genuinely curious. Leave a comment below and just let me know you're here at the end, just so I can see how many people actually made it this far. Let me know which one was your favorite. I'd like to sincerely thank you for making it this far, and if you enjoyed this, I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe to my channel, and just know that more content is on the way. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next upload.